One, two, three, four. Right, okay, Dr. Paul here. Hello, hello, hello. First question, can you hear me okay? Second question, is it the 29th of March or are we all wrong? And is Marion right? You know, which isn't out of the question. It's happened before that Marion's been completely right and all of us have been entirely wrong. Thank you, Raymond. Thought it was Friday. What? Marion, come on, get with the program. It's Monday, the 29th of March, 2021. In the second year of the reign of Boris Johnson. Good, thank you very much. Thanks for letting me know. Right, hello, everybody. Hello, Denise. Hello, Raymond. Hello, Joe. Hello, Natters. Troon Style. Hello, Lorna. Turkey Style. All right. Hello, the Gravens down there in Leith Style. Hello, Anne. Triangulation Style. Hiya, Janie. Quarantini Style. Winner of the Big Party Fun Box on Friday night. An incredible prize. Tonics, tea cakes, tatty scones, party poppers, and a bottle of vodka Smirnoff Ice. Wow! I've not delivered it yet. You're not actually far away from where I live. I might just bring it round, save myself a few quid on postage. Have you got like a doorstep? Anyway, or maybe I'll just stick it in the post. It's just easier. Leave all. It must be difficult being a postman, taking all that stuff to people. Thanks for coming to the quiz tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to start in a couple of minutes. It's 1 minute past 7 right now. Aye, maybe losing an hour has caused confusion. Yeah, it's put Marion back 3 days. Unbelievable. Abbey Hillbillies are back. All right. Superb. The book that you won came today. Superb. Thank you, Denise. I think that's thanks to Karen. I think you're one of Karen's books winners. Hello to Livingston. It's still daylight in Livingston. God, it's so far west. Hello, Mr. Dial. Hello, Mr. Mackey. Hello, Dave from Albuquerque. He's not in Albuquerque. He's not that exotic. He's just in Germany. I have been on holiday from work for a week and every day seems the same. Yeah, holiday. That's what we're talking about. That's fantastic. Don't be sorry, Marion. Look, you're drifting in a realm of dreams on a magic carpet of timelessness. No need to apologize for that. It's cool. Good afternoon, indeed. Yes, it feels like it, doesn't it? Is Geraldine here and did she receive our package yet? That's Sam and Wilbur down in Amsterdam, and they were sending Stroop waffles, I think it was, if I remember correctly, over to Geraldine in Edinburgh. So I don't know. I don't know if she's here. If she's here, let us know. Hello, Wilbur. Wilbur is on the wheel already. There are two people on the wheel already, and they are Karen and Wilbur. Because they have donated prizes for tonight. Let me just show you what the wheel's looking like at the moment. There it is. Karen, Duff, and Wilbur. That's the only two names on the wheel right now. There will be plenty of opportunities for you to get on the wheel, and that's what we're going to spin for prizes later on. I'm going to get on with it. I'm going to get started because we've got a politician coming on at 8 o'clock. Got an SNP guy coming on tonight. So our first SNP person, and he's an actual MSP. So he's not just a candidate. He's already an MSP. Guy's already a winner. And it's Colin Beattie, standing from Midlothian, right? So anyway, he'll be on at 8 o'clock. Very, very quick quiz because we're doing that. We're finding out how good the politicians are at pub quiz. It's pub quiz versus politician. It's the only time you'll ever get a straight answer from a politician. You've got to ask them pub quiz questions. No point asking them policies or opinions or anything like that. You're just going to ask them quiz questions. It's all we can do, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so let's get a quiz on. Okay, here we go. Let me just explain the question. Please give us a share if you can. Thanks very much. I'm asking you for that. Stroop waffles and surprises. Well. From Amsterdam. Baked goods. Know what I mean? Very nice. So the live quiz starts soon. It's really easy to play. You just answer the questions as I ask them. It's just a pub quiz, right? I ask a round of questions at a time. You write down the answers. After each round, you mark yourself. I don't need to mark you. You can mark yourself because I know you're going to be honest. And don't shout out answers to those questions in the chat. Keep them to yourselves because everyone's just trying to answer the questions. You know what I mean? The exception is if I'm asking you a bonus question. If I ask you a bonus question, then the first person to answer in the chat will get their name on the wheel of prizes, which you just saw. And that's where you win. I don't know. I've got an SMP guy coming on. I mean, he was SMP when I booked him. He might be Alba now. I don't know. Geraldine's here, hasn't a package yet. I'm sure it's just snarled up at Dover, something like that. Be fine. It'll get there in the end. Everything will sort itself out. Last time we played was Friday. I arranged the scores of the teams on Friday in order of Andrew Lloyd Webber musical. So obviously, top teams are classed as Jesus Christ Superstar, the best musical by Lloyd Webber, and indeed by anybody. So all those teams up there, Chameleons, the Middle Mass were up there, I think, as well. Golden Girls, Barrymore's Fistly, Tromblon. In the middle, Evita, pretty good. Not as quite Jesus Christ Superstar, but fairly good. Heeds and Mints are in there. They're here tonight. Jocks Nomad, 59. And down the bottom, Cats, a complete car crash of a musical. No sense whatsoever. Utterly rubbish. Cats try to avoid the heavy side layer or try to go to the heavy side layer. No idea what that's about. See, thing is, I don't speak Gaelic, so I'm just going to call it Alba, right? That's it. I mean, what kind of jizz is that where they come up with a party name that you can't even pronounce? Deadpool is open for another couple of days. I should mention this, actually. You got until the end of March, which is 1, 2 and a bit days to get your entry in for Deadpool. There's about 25 entries at the moment. So just click this link that I'm about to put in here for Deadpool. You predict the most famous person to die in April, and if you're correct, you win £1 million. All right. Cross Borders are our top sponsor tonight. Win beer. They will deliver to you. There's previous winners. Mr. Doyle, Mr. Spedge, and there's, I can't remember whose thumb that is, but it's a quality thumb. 10% discount if you use the code DP Quiz if you go to their website. I'll put that in later, but you can find it in the information underneath. Quizogeny, issue 5 tonight. Quizogeny is the feminist fanzine. Karen's book giveaway continues with tonight. We've got Physicians, Plagues and Progress by Alan Chapman. The history of Western medicine from antiquity to antibiotics. Amazing. You wonder why Karen's always top of the tables, because she reads stuff like this, you know. Hey, Wilbur's given us the Creole Choir of Cuba Tandy Lass signed CD album tonight. Yes. That's shipping from Amsterdam, and that gets Wilbur on the wheel. Nobody uses CDs anymore, and nobody wants to listen to the Creole Choir of Cuba. But the thing is, if you got that through the post as a prize, you'd be like, I'll put it on, see how it is. You never know, might become your new favourite band. So thank you very much, Wilbur. Here we go. It's 8 minutes past. I'm behind schedule, so I'm going to hurry up here. First round is the same letter round. That means all of the answers start with the same letter. So just answer the questions. Remember, don't shout out the answers here. Okay. Just write them down. Mark yourself after the round. Right, number 1. What name is shared by a Greek god of sleep and a character from The Matrix films, which was played by Lawrence Fishburne? So one name covers both of those things. There is a Greek god of sleep. I think there's more than one, but one certainly got this name, which is also the character played by Lawrence Fishburne in the Matrix movies. So what is that name? You might not know it just now, but this is the same letter round. So once you get the letter, you'll be able to come back and guess this. Number 2, actually 2 difficult questions to start off with. What is the name of the range of hills south of Bristol and Bath which included the caves at Cheddar Gorge. All right, so the something hills near Bristol, and Cheddar Gorge is there. A famous geological situation. Right, that's two pretty difficult questions, actually, to start off with. Number 3, which English band had loads of hits in the 1980s, including Baggy Trousers, Our House, It Must Be Love, and My Girl? All right, that's some of their biggest hits. Early to mid 80s, loads and loads and loads and loads of hits. All right, Baggy Trousers, Our House, It Must Be Love, and My Girl. All by the same band. Name that band. That's number 3. That's probably the easiest one so far, so that might give you the letter. Number 4, what 6-letter word is used to describe a horse that has never won a race or a cricket over in which no runs are scored? Okay, so it's the same word. It's a 6-letter word, and it means both of those things. So a horse that's never won a horse race, like a racehorse that's never won a horse race, one that's supposed to win races, never won them. And also a cricket over, which is where you bowl 6 balls in a row. That's an over in cricket. But no runs get scored because your bowling's really good. So what do you call that type of over? Nah, it's just the kind of modern spelling, like, you know, QB boys, stuff like that. Fisty boys. And the last one, these are, it's not an easy round, I don't think, the first round. Which spice is made from the outer skin of the nutmeg? Hopefully you've got the letter. If I was doing this in the pub, I'd be concerned that there'd be at least one team who didn't get the letter, you know? Now, I try to pitch this first round so that everybody at least gets the letter, at least gets 3 or 4 right. But it might be a little difficult tonight. I see Mr. Doyle saying it's easy. Obviously, it's easy for some individuals, but like as a whole, that's overall a harder round than usual. Let me just click over them again, just so you see. So, Greek god of sleep and a character from the Matrix films, played by Lawrence Fishburne. Hills near Bristol, which include Cheddar Gorge. What are they called? That's number 2. They all start with the same letter. Baggy trousers. Our house. It must be love, love, love. And My Girl's Mad at Me. Which London-based band in the 80s had all those hits? Number 4, 6-letter word. Horse that's never won a race. Cricket over that yields no runs. And the spice that's made from the outer skin of the nutmeg. Right, a couple of tricky ones in there. A couple of people flexing. Hey, we know this stuff. It's all right. Okay, you ready? You know, a few people telling me you're ready. That's good. That's what I need to move on. So here we go. Did you get a letter? It's letter M for M for Marion. Okay, here we go. So this is the answers now. You mark yourself now. So give yourself 2 points for each of these that you get right. Right. Matrix, Lawrence Fishburne, Greek god of sleep. They're both Morpheus. Morpheus. I think I went to see the Matrix when it came out, and I thought, this is bollocks. I may have been on acid. I'm not sure. There was a couple of times I went to the cinema on acid in the 90s, and that might have been one of them. I'm not sure. One was definitely Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Anyway, number 2, hills south of Bristol includes Cheddar Gorge. That's the Mendips. Mendips. Imagine. I don't know why I got the name. It's the men do dips there. I'm not sure. Looks nice, doesn't it? It doesn't really look anything like the UK. It looks like what I would expect the Pyrenees to look like or something like that. Anyway, nice. Mendips. Number 3, Baggy Trousers, Our House, Must Be Love, My Girl. They are all hits by Madness, of course. Suggs and Friends. Number 4, horse that can't win a race or has never won a race yet. and a cricket over with no runs. They're both maiden. All right, maiden. Suggesting untouchedness, virginity, and so on. And number 5, outer skin of the nutmeg. I mean, this is made slightly easier because hopefully you've got the letter by this point, but I still think it's difficult. Mace is the right answer. So the nutmeg is in the middle, and the mace is the stuff around the side. Denise not really knowing number 2 because it's in England. Denise knows no geography in England. Because she's a full-on Irish nationalist and she doesn't pay attention to anything to do with England. Right, 10 points if you got them all right. You add bonus points at this juncture. Add 2 points if you're a subscriber. If you are not a subscriber for YouTube, Dr. Paul, hit subscribe right now. All right, you get an instantaneous 2 points, and you get to be a subscriber, which is a good thing. If somebody shares, if you can be bothered to hit that share button and just share out the quiz tonight to your huge social media network, then you get +1. And you also get 1 if it's your birthday. But it's usually not your birthday. So the usual maximum is 13 points, 14 if it's your birthday. There's the answers all together. Natters shouting 13. Mr. Dollar shouting 13. Triangulation on the 11. Janie on the 9. They waste with a nutmeg. Absolutely. Yeah, everything used. It's possibly the greenest vegetable in the world. Apart from the green onion. UK Alliance on 13. Right, okay, some good starts. I'm pleased. I'm pleased that there's not loads of disasters. Yeah, if you shared earlier, that's even better. Maybe start doing 2 points for that. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Just open a can of worms. Slow start. Name Matrix or Mendips. Well, I thought they were 2 really difficult questions at the start. I mean, it's possible just to not know anything about the film. You know? That's the way it goes. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Or let me just see if I've got a bonus question for you to get on the wheel. Let me just have a look at my actual quiz document here. Oh, yeah. Name Madness's only song that ever got to number 1. All right. The ones that I listed, none of those got to number 1. Madness had tons and tons of hits, but they only ever had 1 number 1. So can you name first person to name Madness's only number 1 hit? Yeah, that's right. Mr. Mackey, I think, is first. No. Maybe not. No, Robert Jones. Robert Jones, you're first there. It's House of Fun. Good morning, miss. Can I help you, sir? 15 today, out for fun. I'm a big boy now, or so they say. Robert Jones is on the wheel. Welcome to the wheel of fun. It's just spinning. I've accidentally spun it, so it's like, it'll say Wilbur in a second.
Wilbur.
There we go. So I've done 2 test spins tonight, both accidentally. It's come up Wilbur both times. So looks like Wilbur's going to win everything tonight. Okay, well done, Robert. You're on the wheel. Let's move on. So picture round. Here we go. 5 pictures with questions. So number 1, shoot it up. What is this classic arcade game? Is it Space Invaders? Is it Galaxian? Or is it Defender? If you're of a certain age, then you would not have even needed those options. If you had a certain wasteful youth, that is. I mean, I was never a big video games guy, but even I know that. I used to play that. But what is it? Is it Space Invaders? Is it Galaxian? Or is it Defender? Coming for your prizes, Paul. I'm coming. Hey, that's good news. First time on the wheel for months for Mr. Jones. Excellent. Number 2, look at this. Where is this sculpture, which is known as the Angry Boy? Is it in Bulgaria or is it in Norway? It's part of a sculpture park. There's a whole bunch of sculptures by the same artist. But where is it? Is it in Bulgaria or Norway? That's not a great question. It's just a fantastic image. That I've put a question just to have that great image in the quiz. Da da, you're an embarrassment. Da 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 da, a living endorsement. Great songs, loads of great songs. Madness. President of the United States of America. Name this American president from this World War II photograph. All right. This photograph was taken during the Second World War, and it's a person who later became president of the USA. Who is it? That's number 3. Number 4. Which country is this money from? All right, simple as that. Where is the money from? 500 something or other, local currency. Guy's got a superb hat, hair, and tash combination. Really, really strong stuff. Plenty of clues on there. Try and work it out. Where's the money from? Aye, that's a good one. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Instrumental. And television. Name the UK soap opera. I know that should have a capital N. Don't jump down my throat. I've spotted it first. But name the UK soap opera and these 2 classic characters. I suppose technically it shouldn't really have a question mark on the end of there because it's more of an imperative command rather than an interrogative question. But, let's just leave the grammar to one side just for once. So there's actually 3 points here. 1 point for the name of the show and 1 point for each of the names of the characters that you can see there. That is question number 5. Classic soap opera action. Okay, quick replay of these questions and then tell me if you're ready. So is that Space Invaders, Galaxian, or Defender? That's number 1. Number 2 is where's the angry boy? Bulgaria or Norway? Who's the president, future president in World War II, just hanging about on a boat? That picture's taken during the war. Which country's money is this? The guy with a splendid ensemble. And name the TV show, 1 point. Her name, 1 point, and his name, 1 point. The characters. Don't need to know the actors' names. Just the characters. Okay. Tomorrow's just another day with Elvis Costello. Was he on that? I hear them saying it gets better every day. Hey, already, that's good. We're moving nice and fast in the first couple of rounds. So here come the answers. Make sure you're ready. Here we go. What is this classic arcade game? It is Galaxian. It was one of the few that I was actually fairly good at. I was terrible at that sort of thing, usually. But we had a holiday in near Scarborough, a caravan park near Scarborough, 1984, and there was an arcade. I had loads of 10p's. I just spent it all on Galaxian. Got quite good at it. Number 2, the Angry Boy is in Norway. It's a sculpture park in the suburbs of Oslo. It's just fantastic. I don't really know much about the statue. I just found it the other day. I haven't really had time to investigate it too much. You thought it looked like Space Invaders, says Beeg. Nah, different kind of look. I mean, same overall theme, but readily identifiably different. Number 3, name the American president from this World War II photograph. It's your old pal, John F. Kennedy. He was the captain of this little patrol boat in the Pacific. It was rammed by a Japanese destroyer, cut in half. He had to swim with an injury 2.5 miles to an island, desert island. What was my top score in Galaxy? I haven't got the faintest idea. No idea. I don't remember numbers like that. Did you hear about the... yeah, I did hear about it. So they can... you got the punchline there. So they can Scandinavian. Yes. Yeah, I did hear about that. Okay, right. The clues are there. Magyar Nemzeti Bank. You might know Magyar is their word for their country. And then underneath that, in smaller characters, you might have seen that as well, Budapest, right? So it's Hungary, isn't it? Hungary is the correct answer. Loads of clues on there. Should have got that one. And then the last one, right? 3 points here. So this is out of 11, actually, this round. So 1 point for Coronation Street, 1 point for Jack Duckworth, and 1 point for Vera Duckworth. That's who they are, Jack and Vera Duckworth. Classic. I never even watched Coronation Street or soap operas or anything like that, and I still know that's just superb. But I've never seen Galaxy in that one. Yeah, like the reason I did those particular choices is because they're fairly famous, you know. Like obviously some people never play video games ever. So, but everyone's heard of Space Invader. And the other two, Galaxy and Defender, were fairly famous if you played those types of games. Guess Bulgaria? Nah, it's down the road a bit. 9 out of 10, 9 out of 11. 3 points in that last question. So it's 11 altogether. 9-11. There's Natters making a statement about... Oh, no, it's just the score. Sorry. Thought you were getting political. Moon Cresta was also good. I don't know that one. Guess with Norway. You kind of have to guess, don't you? I mean, nobody, unless you're a big fan of the Angry Boy. Has anyone seen the Angry Boy in real life? Looks amazing. Right, sound round. Here we go. It's voices tonight. I'm going to play 5 voices. You have to say... Oh, I forgot I had background music on. It's fairly background. It's okay. So I need to get my music player. I need to stop the music. I need to go to the folder with tonight's voices. Then I need to show you the options. You might notice a wee theme here tonight. I don't know how it ended up like that. There was no particular design, but Paul Anka, Paul Simon, Paul Sinner, Paul Smith, Paul Weller, Paul Wilson, Pauline Collins, Pauline Hanson, Pauline Knowles, and Pauline Quirk. So a whole bunch of Pauls and Paulines. You just got to pick out the correct answers from that list when you hear these voices. Here is voice. Oops, maybe not. Just got to turn the fader up slightly. Here is voice number 1.
He has this beautiful choir boy voice, and the piano player would play, and I would be standing off to the side, you know. And when he first finished the song, the first few performances, people like leapt up and they gave him a standing ovation, you know. And my reaction was, I wrote that.
So there's a guy talking about being the songwriter. Number 2 is an actress being interviewed at the 2018 Edinburgh Festival and being asked what she's doing, what her role is at this time.
I do breakfast rolls, which are pretty good. I've been to Costco. So I do sausage and bacon rolls in the morning. So that is my performance, and it's lots of fun. You've got to feed these youngsters, do you know what I mean? Especially actors, you can't keep them fed.
So the thing is, she's an actress herself, but she runs a stage school for young people. Brings them to Edinburgh, puts them on in a show, but also does the breakfast rolls. So who is that? Number 3 is someone talking about dealing with a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease.
Here's the thing. You have to cope because your health is dependent on positivity. Positivity increases your chances of well-being, and I don't have the option of sort of being mawkishly miserable about the whole thing. I've got Parkinson's disease. I'm always going to have Parkinson's disease.
So there you go. That's a guy dealing with Parkinson's disease. I hope that's just at Troon. I hope everybody else is okay. I hope everybody else can still see this. Number 4 is a politician. Who's this?
massacre that happened, the terrorist attacks, the 14 that have been foiled, the ones that have been carried out in the country, and the 14 that have been foiled. We have problems, but you've actually got to discuss it and debate the issues. Why we have these terrorist attacks in this country? Why is it happening around the world? Why is it happening, in many places?
Why is it happening around the world? Why is it happening in many places? And the last one here, number 5, is Liverpudlian comedian, Scouse comedian. Who's this?
If you go down this particular street, he will be there, no top on, smoking weed. He's always there. But this is fucking October, right? He's there, no top on, listening to Tupac, smoking weed. And if you to walk down there, you would actually you'd be thinking, fucking hell, he's a bit rough. Because he looks a bit dodgy, I mean, tattoos and all that. Looks a bit dodgy. But he's actually quite a nice fella. And he's just smoking weed outside because he's got kids in the house and that. And I think that's a lesson we can all learn, not to judge people.
There we go. Nice line from that comedian. Which comedian is it? Okay, there you go. That is 5 voices. Every single one of them, a Paul or a Pauline. I'm going to play them one more time, and you just pick the answers off the list. Okay, here they are one more time. So first one is a musician.
He has this beautiful choir boy voice, and the piano player would play, and I would be standing off to the side, And when he first finished the song, the first few performances, people leapt up and they gave him a standing ovation, and my reaction was, I wrote that.
I wrote that. Number 2 is actor who now runs a stage school, talking about her trip to Edinburgh Festival.
I do breakfast rolls, which are pretty good. I've been to Costco. So I do sausage and bacon rolls in the morning. So that is my performance, and it's lots of fun. You've got to feed these youngsters, do you know what I mean? Especially actors. You can't keep them fed.
Can't keep them fed. All right, here, number 3 is a guy dealing with Parkinson's disease.
Here's the thing. You have to cope because your health is dependent on positivity. Positivity increases your chances of well-being, and I don't have the option of sort of being mawkishly miserable about the whole thing. I've got Parkinson's disease. I'm always going to have Parkinson's disease.
All right, and number 4 is a politician.
Massacre that happened, the terrorist attacks, the 14 that have been foiled, the ones that have been carried out in the country, and the 14 that have been foiled. We have problems, but you've actually got to discuss it and debate the issues. Why we have these terrorist attacks in this country? Why is it happening around the world? Why is it happening, in many places?
I don't know. And number 5 is a Scouse comedian.
If you go down this particular street, he will be there, no top on, smoking weed. He's always there. But this is fucking October, right? He's there, no top on, listening to Tupac, smoking weed. And if you to walk down there, you would actually you'd be thinking, fucking hell, he's a bit rough. Because he looks a bit dodgy, I mean, tattoos and all that. Looks a bit dodgy. But he's actually quite a nice fella. And he's just smoking weed outside because he's got kids in the house and that. And I think that's a lesson we can all learn, not to judge people.
Not to judge. Judge. Peter's seeing number 5 in September. Well, I hope so. Hope all that stuff comes back. All right, everyone's ready? I'll tell you the answers. Here we go. 2 points for each of these. So, number 1, talking about songwriting. He goes off to the side of the stage. The other person sings. The other person gets the applause, and he's standing there thinking, I wrote that. It's Paul Simon. Jealous little Paul Simon. 2 points for Paul Simon. The other person he's talking about, obviously, being Art Garfunkel. Oh, yeah. Bonus question to get on the wheel. Can you guess what song he was talking about? First person could actually guess what he was talking about, a particular song. And it was a song that he wrote. Art Garfunkel didn't like it at first, but then it turned out to be a real big hit. Yes, it is Bridge Over Troubled Water. Gary's first to answer that, so Gary goes on the wheel. Bridge Over Troubled Water. It's a Parkinson interview from the 70s. And he's explaining that he's off stage because it's a piano number and they have a piano player. He's a guitar guy, so he's just off the stage for that song. And then he gets all jealous because of the applause. Jealous. Little Paul Simon. Okay. Number 2 is Pauline Quirk, formerly of Birds of a Feather. Now does some kind of youth academy of acting. She seems all right. I don't know anything about her. She seems all right. Number 3, talking about Parkinson's disease. It's I better get rid of the get rid of the comments. Pauline Quirk was number 2. Number 3 is Paul Sinha. You might know him from The Chase. He's one of the chasers on The Chase quiz TV show. Number 4 is Pauline Hanson. She is a senator in Queensland in Australia, and she's, kind of branded right-wing, anti-Muslim, that sort of thing. And number 5 is Scouse comedian called Paul Smith. No, I didn't know that either, Beeg, until I was compiling these yesterday. I do mystery voices. I just kind of trawl through YouTube and Twitter, finding interesting things, just with record on the whole time, then I edit them down. And I hit a couple of Pauls in a row, and I thought, just by pure accident, I thought, I'll go and get a load of Pauls and Paulines. That'll be good. I don't know if it is good or whether it's just stupid, but hey ho, that was the round. So Paul Simon, Pauline Quirk, Paul Sinha, Pauline Hanson, and Paul Smith. I'd never heard of Paul Smith till yesterday. I ended up watching about half an hour of his stuff. Thought it was very funny. Whoa, shocker for OCATs. 4 out of 10. Fat Boy got 6, got 3 and 5 mixed up. Well, it's a Paul Sinha and Paul Smith. Yeah, I mean, Paul Sinha is a comedian, but he ain't no Scouse. Yeah, South England guy. Thought he was the fashion guy. Who? All right, Paul Smith. Right. Transposed Sinha and Smith. All right, a few people do that. Yeah, because I sort of forget that Paul Sinha is a comedian as well, but that's not a deliberate trap. But he don't say anything like Scouse. Anyway, let's move on. We're doing okay for time, but let's keep it moving. Want to get finished a good time tonight. We'll have the politician on at 8 o'clock, Colin Beattie, just for a few minutes, just for 10 minutes, for the politics versus pub quiz feature of the quiz. Pub quiz versus politics. And then we'll be doing games for names between about 1:15 and 1:30, get lots of names on the wheel, and then we will spin the wheel for them prizes. Oh God, who was that who got Bridge Over Troubled Water? Because I've just typed in Bridge Over Troubled Water. I do that sometimes. I think it was Gary, wasn't it? Yeah, Gary McInnes. Okay. Right, crypto. About to give you a crypto clue. It's a little bit like a crossword clue, and you've got to solve the puzzle. Don't shout this out in the chat. This is just one to solve yourself. Everybody gets 60 seconds to solve it. So here we go. Triple Ursine with blonde. 10, 3, 3, 5, 5. So the time's counting down already. You're looking for the title of a book that fits that clue. Triple Ursine with blonde. This is not an anagram. Some people get this mixed up and think it's an anagram. This is a crypto. So it's like a crossword clue. The numbers in the brackets, that's the numbers of letters in each word of the answer. A couple of people got it straight away. That's good. Yeah. It's not that difficult, this one, I don't think. Persuaded my team it was Anka. Oh, I'm a Wanka. The initial letter is not silent. Yes. Easy one tonight. Yeah, I think it kind of makes up for the first round. First round was difficult. Right, there's 5 seconds left. To say a book, the word story is probably more appropriate. Okay, time's up. If you got this, you've earned 3 points to add to your score, and it is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Ursine is, I'm sure you all know, kind of scientific word for bears, right? Ursa Major, the Great Bear. Triple earth sign. So that's 3 bears, and the blonde, that's Goldilocks. All right. Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Fantastic. 3 points if you got that right. Let's crack on. Thumbs up, please. If you like the quiz, please like the quiz. Please give us an actual like. Thank you. It makes all the difference. Right. No, I'm not doing that just now. No, there's no where am I just now. Let's go straight on to the Guess Who round. So, Guess Who? I'm going to show you a picture. Well, I'm not going to show you a picture first. There's a picture hiding behind that grid. I'm going to reveal some squares and give you a clue. If you can guess who the picture is, then you get 10 points. If not, I'll reveal some more squares and give you another clue, and then it'll be worth 8 points, and so on down to 2 points. You understand this? At each stage, write an answer down, even if you're not sure, because if it turns out you were right, then you get the points, even if you change your mind later on. You ready? Here we go. So, first clue is that this person was born in 1942, the son of a coal miner and a nurse. This person is now a lord. So, there's always someone who does get it on the first one, but I think that's fairly oblique. I think that's quite difficult. Coffee, coffee, coffee. So born in 1942. Father was a coal miner, mother was a nurse. Now a lord. So who's that? Have a guess. Write a guess down anyway, because like I say, if it turns out you're right, you'll get the points, the 10 points, even if you change your mind later. Okay, the second clue anyway, for 8 points. This guy is the father-in-law of the Prime Minister of Denmark. Aye, that's good. Got it when you said story last second. That was kind of deliberate. Book makes it sound a bit more fancy. But if I just said story at the start, everybody would have got it straight away, That's a wee last second clue. Noodle Doodles reckon they've got it on 8. So do the Chameleons. Oh, Cats maybe got it. Pajero, pretty sure they've got it. That's for 8 points, right? 6 points. This guy became a MP, a member of Parliament, in the 1970s for a constituency called Bedwelty. Bedwelty. I don't know. You probably don't pronounce it like that. Bedwelty. I don't know how you say it. But 1970. It says the 70s. It was actually 1970. That's when he became the MP. That's for 6 points. Right, for 4 points, he fell on his arse in 1983 and introduced the rose as the logo for his party, his political party. And the falling on his arse thing is a fairly famous incident in which he fell on his arse. And that's pretty much it. And the last one, most British people anyway have got this by this clue. Certainly British people of my age. Number 2, he was a Labour leader for 2 general elections in a row, 1987, 1992. Lost both of them. Even though it looked likely that they were going to win the 1992 one. They kind of lost it at the last minute. So, who's that? I think you've all got an answer by now, or you just simply don't know. And depending on where you got it, give yourself the points. The correct answer is Neil Kinnock. There he is. Now Lord Kinnock. He's 79 now. Bonus to get on the wheel, name the beach. Where did he fall over? He fell over on a beach. Which beach? It's a famous political incident which has got nothing to do with politics. It's just after he became the leader of the Labour Party and he was going for a walk on the beach. That's it. Perfect, Louisa. Brighton is correct. Goes for a walk on the beach. It's a wee bit too close to the sea. And Glenys, his missus, kind of grabs him. He falls over. And he gets slightly lapped by the waves. And that was it. And the Tory press went absolutely bananas. Ah, he's an idiot. Could never vote for this guy. Lost all respect for him, says Bill, after his Lord's cash cow and European Parliament work. Another cash cow. Yeah, he's firmly on the train, like, you know. He's made sure he's all right. Put it that way. I know. Yeah, exactly. It's either that or eating a bacon sandwich. They'll always find something. If you're a Labour leader, they'll find something. Holy bananas. Cross trainer and salad for dinner. Great stuff. Okay, congratulations to you, Big. I've kind of sat around and not done much today and eaten too much. How about that? No team of the day. Get in touch if you want to be team of the day. Right, it's 7:45. We're doing okay for time. Let's press on. So 50 round. I've been asking you lately, and I quite like this now. I've been asking you for themes for the rounds. So this was suggested by Helen Phillips. Thank you very much, Helen. Formula One. It's a challenge for a person like me to write questions because I don't really like motor car racing. So anyway, here's some questions. The great thing about these ultra specific rounds is that they're 50-50 rounds. So you can, even if you don't know anything about it, you can guess. He should have shown his hair. He didn't have any hair. He's all bald, isn't it? Okay, vroom. Right, here we go. Question number one, the last one from. So back in 1980, Alan Jones became the last driver from which country to win the Formula One Grand Prix Drivers' Championship? Was he from Australia or United States? So since then, since 1980, nobody from the country that's the answer has won the Drivers' Championship since then. Alan Jones was the last person from which place to win the Drivers' Championship? Australia or United States? Will you be doing my suggestion? What, your life story? No. Unless you can send me a sheaf of documents that, you know, good for writing questions. To which country is home to the Marina Bay Street Circuit? Is that Bahrain or Singapore? There's boys on the train as well. Aye, his Kinnock's son is an MP as well, isn't he? What's he called? Stephen Kinnock or something like that? No, the other one involving animals. Can't remember which one was it. I've said yes to a big list of them and I've got them all scheduled. Remind me what it actually was. Number 3, in motor racing, what colour flag is used to tell a slow car to allow faster car behind to overtake? Is that a black flag or a blue flag? So there's a few different flags in motor racing. They've all got different meanings. So if you're going along in your motor vehicle and you're a bit slow, someone's about to lap you probably, they put out a flag to say, look, move over, let the fast guy through. What colour is that flag? Is it black or is it blue? Lemurs. Yeah, I don't think I've scheduled that. Did you say that? You got to do it in the thread. But lemur, I will do lemurs. Aye, no problem. Remind me at the end because I'll forget because I'm right in the middle of a quiz. So, number 4, splash. At which Grand Prix race did drivers leave the track and crash into the sea on 2 occasions, 1955 and 1965? Is that the Brazil Grand Prix or the Monaco Grand Prix? In fact, I'll write it down just now, because I've got a bit of paper here. Lemurs. I've not got it scheduled, so it'll probably be about halfway through April. Okay. Right, number 5, women drivers. Has a female driver ever taken part in Formula One motor racing? Yes or no? A full proper Formula One Grand Prix race. Has there ever been a woman driver? in a Formula One Grand Prix race? Yes or no? Right. That is the 50-50 round. Pardon me. I'm going to just ask you these questions one more time, nice and quick. So, Alan Jones was the last winner to come from which country? Australia or United States? There's the Marina Bay Street Circuit, which is a Formula One motor racing venue. Is it Bahrain or Singapore? Oh, people are spotting typos. I'll have a look in a second. Bill saying question 5. We'll get back to it in a second. In motor racing, what colour flag is used to tell a slow car to allow faster cars to overtake? From behind, black or blue. What flag do you get? Basically telling you to move over. Black or blue. Number 4, where did drivers crash into the sea 2 times, 1955 and 1965? Was it Brazil or was it Monaco? And the last one, has a female driver ever raced? Right, okay. So I've been editing the question and not proofread it. You know what the question is. Has a female driver ever raced in a fully fledged Formula One Grand Prix race? Yes or no? So that was Beeg who spotted the typo first, and that puts Beeg on the wheel because that is the deal. If you spot a typo or any kind of error on my slides before I do, and you're right, then you get on the wheel. So Beeg's on the wheel for that one. Okay. Here we go. You ready for the answers? I think you're ready. Triangulation ready. Quiz ballers ready. Noodle doodles. Noodle doodle mouses. Are ready? Here we go. Alan Jones, he was the last ever driver to win the championship who came from Australia. There's been a couple of Australians since then who have come second and third, I think, something like that. But no one's ever won it since 1980 for Australia. So 2 points if you said Australia. Number 2, the Marina Bay Street Circuit is Singapore. Number 3, what colour flag do you get saying, listen, slow down, move over, let the guy past? That is the blue flag. There's someone getting the blue flag. Move over. God's sakes. Caravan flag. Right, which Grand Prix race did drivers literally crash into the sea? That was Monaco. If you know Formula One, you'll know that they race round very close to the harbour, go right alongside the harbour. And that went wrong for this guy. I think that's the 1965 one. Paul somebody. Fantastic photograph. Amazing photograph, that. It's just very front of the car, just kissing the surface of the water. He was fine, by the way, because I know you're all thinking, is he okay? He was fine. And the last one, women drivers. Women drivers should be women. Well, if it's not a typo, because I meant to type women drivers. So if it's wrong, then it's a mistake rather than a typo. Women drivers, you could say, I think woman drivers. Man drivers. You could say man drivers. Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. Your thing's probably more correct, but I don't think my thing's wrong. You know what I mean? Did he still win? Nah. He died a couple of years later, actually, in a Formula One crash. That particular one, the 1965 guy. The answer for this, by the way, is yes. All right, Lella Lombardi. Bonus question to get on the wheel. What's the highest place finish she ever had? She started 12 Formula One races. 5 women have entered. Here's the stats. 5 women have entered. 2 have qualified to actually race in a race. And this woman has done the most. She qualified for 12 races. And she also has the highest ever finish by a female driver. So, and I've asked you what that is. Let's see, 10th, 15th, 16th. Second last, that's not really a number. What I don't know. 6th is correct. Derek gets it right. She was 6th in the 1975 Spanish Grand Prix. So Derek, hello, gets a funky name on the wheel for that one. She only got half a point because under normal circumstances it would have been 1 point. But because I think the race was called off, I don't know if it was weather. I presume it was weather. They didn't run the full race, so everyone who finished in the leading positions, they got half the points they would have got. So she's the only woman to score points in a Formula One motor racing race, but it's literally half a point. That's it. Okay. And there's Bill's final word on the matter. Formula One shite. So, let's move on. 4 out of 5 guesses correct. That's the way to play it. Nice one. 10 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Listen to the wrong voice in my head. Fluked them all, says the Chameleons. A lot of people really love it. It's really Marmite, straight down the middle. Oh, it's 4 minutes to 8. Come on, right, get on with it. Hear me talking. Australia, Singapore, Blue, Monaco, yes. Okay, let's get on to the last round. Double or bust. You know how this goes. I'm going to ask you straightforward quiz questions. You get double points, 4 points if you get a right answer. Wow, that means you can get 20 points here. But if you put an incorrect answer on this, then you will get bust, which means you get 0 points for the round. So you have to decide which ones you're going for. You can avoid getting bust by leaving blanks. You don't have to answer every question. Now, I mean, missed the answer for number 2, Louisa. Munte is Singapore. All right. Singapore. Louisa. Singapore. Sing low, sing high, Singapore. Right. Come on. Right, geography. Here we go. This is the final round. So you decide which ones you're going to go for. Number 1, which English county includes the towns of Chelmsford, Colchester, and Clacton-on-Sea? So all these towns are in which English county? That is question number 1. In the final round, the double or bust round. Question number 2, which sport is central to the plot of the 2019 film Jungle Land? Jungle Land is a film that came out in 2019. Sports film. Which sport is at the heart of that film? That's question number 2. Question number 3, which animal does your cashmere wool come from? Everyone's favourite jumper. But what type of animal provides you with the cashmere that you crave? Remember, one wrong answer in this round is bust, so be careful. Question number 4. Okay, outer space. Which planet in the solar system takes the least amount of time to orbit the sun? We take 365 days to go around the sun. It's a year. But which planet only takes, well, I'll tell you how many. It's 88 days. Right? Which planet gets around the sun the quickest? And the last question here, as it often is a year question. Now, you have to get within 10 years to get the correct, to get the points for this. All right. So think of a guess if you're going to go for it. And if you're within 10 years, either way, you get the points. So question number 5 is this. What year Theodore Roosevelt was shot while campaigning for the US presidency? He survived. And the world's first diesel railway locomotive began, that should be there as a typo, began service in Switzerland. So get within 10 years of that. What's the year? Think of a year. Or just leave it if you're not feeling confident in this one. So Theodore Roosevelt was shot while campaigning to become US president. He the bullet went through his jacket and went through his glasses case and went right through a very thick speech that was in his pocket. And then the bullet went into his chest, but didn't get as far as his lung. So he was bleeding all over the place, but he was like, listen, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the speech. Anyway, he was about to do a speech. So he did the speech, which was 90 minutes, and then went to hospital. Okay, tell me when you're ready. Mr. Doyle's ready, going for 4. The balls are in at the Jobson house. Safe for the quiz. Safe 4. Right, okay, I'll quickly tell you them one more time, and I'll tell you the answers. Right, Chelmsford, Colchester, Clacton-on-Sea, name the county. Number 1. Number 2, Jungle Land is a film 2019. What is the sport? What animal gives you cashmere wool? That's number 3. Number 4, which planet whips round the sun at a ferocious rate of 88 days? What are we going for? We're going for 3s, we're going for 4s. Triangulation are ready. They're not saying how many they're going for. Noodle doodles are ready. And the last one's the what year? 10 years either way. Roosevelt gets shot. Theodore Roosevelt, that is. And the diesel, world's first diesel railway locomotive began service in Switzerland. Right, you tell me when you're ready. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you, I think, tell me that you're ready. Then I'm going to tell you the the answers. Then we're going to meet Colin Beattie from the SNP, who's standing up for his team tonight. Pub quiz versus politics coming up in a minute. Okay. Raymond's got the best news of the night. It's still light outside. Absolutely mental. Right, here we go. Everyone's ready. Here we go. Here are the answers. Right. 4 points if you got it right. Bust if you put a wrong answer. Nothing bad happens if you left one blank. So Chelmsford, Colchester, Clacton-on-Sea are all part of Essex. There it is. Just to the northeast of London. Essex. 4 points for Essex. Number 2, Jungle Land is a boxing movie. No picture. Just boxing is correct. Directed by Henry Winkler's son. Didn't know that until today. Number 3, which animal does cashmere wool come from? This is a kind of tricky one. This is, I mean, like, lots of people know this. It's an easy one to get right, but it's also an easy one to get wrong. The right answer is goat. Oh, Fat Boy's sick. I've got bust. What'd you get bust on? Let us know. If you do get bust, tell us what you got bust on, because it's always interesting. Beek's been at Colchester Zoo. Marion has seen the band Odyssey there in a nightclub. There where? What? Essex? Odyssey. Which planet goes round the sun in 88 days? It's your old pal Mercury. Jerry's bust put basketball instead of boxing. All right. Oh, so did Fat Boy got sick. I see. Right. Jungle Land. Right. Here comes the year question. This can be decisive sometimes. So what year? Theodore Roosevelt was shot. And the first diesel locomotive service got up and running in Switzerland. The correct answer for this, and you had to get within 10 years, is 1912. So if you said between 1902 and 1922, then you've got the points. That is it. Let me show you all the answers. There he is. Theodore Roosevelt shot by a maniac. Assassin's bullet lodges in breast. Great stuff. And he was fine. Essex boxing, goat Mercury, 1912. So 1902, 1922. Let us know what you scored right. I'm going to give you the link to upload your scores right now. And then it's going to be time for pub quiz versus politics. Then, after that, we'll be playing games for names to get some more names on the wheel. And then we'll be spinning the wheel of prizes at 8:30. So, I'm just looking for the link for the score upload. Here it is. A couple of scores coming in. 58 for Huey Lewis. 63 for Triangulation. Began, not begin. But I mentioned it myself. Mr. Doyle ended up on 70. 73 for the Noodle Doodles. Great stuff. Brilliant. Right, get your scores uploaded, folks. I don't have a musical intro for this yet. I should get one, but it is time for pub quiz versus politics. Time for me to put my headphones on. Time for me to just turn off the answers there. I hope you all saw them in time. And it was Beeg's fault. That's good to know. But here comes Mr. Colin Beattie. Well, hello, Mr. Beattie.
Hello.
Excellent. I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly.
Excellent. All right. So now what is going on? Is that a Zoom background, or are you actually out of doors, or is that the inside of your house, or what? What's going on?
Everybody says that. I've got one of these old stone houses that get built onto year after year, you know, and this is a built-on bit that I've got a little office in.
Right. So you're actually indoors at this point.
I'm indoors, otherwise it'd be a bit chilly.
It must be great being an MSP. You get one of those big stone houses that gets built onto year after year. Great perks.
I wish.
Now, again, I think I've got this right. You are an MSP at the moment. Yeah, is that right?
I have been for the last 10 years, yes.
Yeah, is it like technically you're not right now or something? Like in between?
It's a funny period. We're in Purda, so we're sort of not MSPs, but because there's a possibility Parliament might be recalled on an emergency basis, we're still MSPs. So it's a bit weird.
Aye, so you're kind of pending, but so it's for Musselburgh, is that right?
Midlothian North and Musselburgh.
Midlothian North and Musselburgh, and which do you prefer out of those two places?
They're both very different, you know, different cultures, and that makes it more interesting, having that contrast, having that difference. So I've
never really heard the cultural difference between Dalkeith and Musselburgh. Like, how would you sum up the difference?
There's cultural differences. There's differences in attitude. There's differences in the way they approach things, and it's all historic and, you know, just the way people have grown up, basically. It makes it interesting, though.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I know you don't want to be rude to anyone particularly. I guess it's fisher people versus mining people, something like that.
It's not as simple as that. Both these trades have been going for many years.
Yeah. Listen, thanks for coming and doing this. Now, are you a pub quiz type of guy?
I am a pub quiz Jonah. I am hopeless at pub quizzes. So I think you're going to be running. I think you're going to be running all over me tonight. I mean, ask me about economics. Ask me about finance and international trade. I'm good. Ask me about the normal, trivial day-to-day stuff, and I'm hopeless.
Well, I really thank you for coming on and putting yourself in the way of those type of questions, which I don't really do. International finance, you know, it kind of leaks into a couple of questions. Just before we start, I'll just ask you, is that what you did? Are you a finance guy? Is that what you did before you became a politician, or?
Oh, before I fell into politics, it was 23 years in the Middle and Far East as an international banker, and then I worked in the City of London for 11 years. So yeah, finance is in the blood, so to speak.
Well, I'll maybe get in touch with you for a little bit of a loan. I'm bust right now, so yeah, I'll send you a message. Right. Anyway, let me tell you about the quiz. The quiz is only 10 questions. Okay, that's all it is, and it's called 55 points, and it goes like this. You're good with numbers because you're a finance person, so you'll understand this. The first question is worth 1 point because it's easy. Second question is slightly harder, worth 2 points, and so on. So they get harder as they go on. So you should get a few at least. But if you got them all right, if you did happen to get them all right, you'd get 55 points, and that's the top target at the moment is the Green Party, who got 51 when they were on. The chap from the Liberal Party, who is Lib Dems rather, who is actually in your constituency, he was on last week. He got 49. He was very good. Charles, I've forgotten Charles' surname. Yeah, you don't care, do you? He's like third or fourth place to you. You're like, I'm SNP. I don't even care who the other candidates are.
He's probably going to be way ahead of me on the pub quiz, believe me.
Well, aye. Well, luckily this is literally trivial, so it's okay. I tell you what, I better just check before we start. Are you still SNP? Because you were SNP when I got in touch with you. Are you one of these? Are you an Alba guy or what?
No, I'm SMP through and through.
Okay, right. Just checking for the records, right. Okay, here we go. Colin, good luck. It's just 10 questions. So question number 1, what colour is the race leader's jersey in the Tour de France cycle race? What colour tap is the leader wearing?
Yellow?
Yeah, perfect. Good stuff, right. You're off to a flyer. Yeah. One out of one. It's going great. You're doing as good as you possibly could at the moment. Number 2 is a music question. Tom Jones. Which Tom Jones hit song of 1968 begins with the words, "I saw the light on the night that I passed by her window"?
I know, I should know it. Not a clue.
You don't know?
No.
Shit. This is going to go really badly wrong. Okay. No,
I can feel it already.
Guess the title of any Tom Jones song. Just name any Tom Jones song and you might be right. Try it. I can see you're maybe more of a Neil Diamond type of guy.
That would be a chance. No, not a clue.
That one. You'll know it when I say it. It's Delilah. Yeah, Delilah. My Delilah. Anyway, it's great. So great song. Really. Number 3. This might be more up your street. This is more high culture. I think you're more high culture than a low culture guy. Which city is the permanent home of Leonardo da Vinci's painting The Mona Lisa?
Paris.
Correct. Absolutely brilliant. You know what gallery it's in, don't you?
Louvre.
That's right. Yeah, no extra points there, but it's just a nice bit of extra knowledge. Right, you're back on track. Number 4 is a geography question. Which continent has a region called Patagonia?
South America.
Very good. Right, we're back on track. So it's basically pop. You know everything except pop music. We're fine. Number 5 is about marriage. Are you married yourself?
Yes.
How long have you been married?
34 years.
34. Well, you might have a clue at this one. After how many years of marriage would you celebrate a ruby wedding anniversary?
40.
Yeah, good one. Nice answer. The other half will be delighted that you know that. Number 6, Black Bess was the name of the horse ridden by which famous highwayman who was eventually hanged in 1739?
Dick Turpin.
Yeah. Well, Tom Jones was a glitch. See, when Tom Jones happened, I thought this is going to be a car crash. This is going to go disastrously wrong. You've picked it up nicely. Okay, 4 more questions to go. Question number 7 is a multiple choice one. Who is the patron saint of animal welfare? Is it Francis of Assisi or Thomas Aquinas?
Francis of Assisi.
That's correct as well. Very, 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 very good. 3 questions to go, and you're into you've negotiated the middle ones. You're into the difficult ones now. Question number 8. Which state in the USA was the setting for the Battle of Gettysburg in the US Civil War? These are getting more difficult now.
Yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a guess at that one, actually. Alabama?
Alabama's a little far south. The right answer is Pennsylvania.
I was so close.
You were pretty close, yeah. Pennsylvania, where of course they invented pencils, but it's also known for the Battle of Gettysburg. Number 9, 2 questions to go. Right, what year? This is a what year question. I think you saw the end of the main quiz. There's a little bit of leeway on this one. You can get 1 year out either way. What year was the first broadcast of the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire quiz show? We'll give you 1 year out either way. With Chris Tarrant, the original one.
I don't think I've ever seen it, but let me guess, probably 92.
No, it's a little too early. 1998. It was late 90s. Millionaire Fever. Okay, one last question. This is a 10-point question, so it should be a difficult one, but I think you might get this, or you might be able to work it out anyway. Back in 1785, Blanchard and Jeffreys became the first people to cross the English Channel using which method of transport?
Balloon.
So Blanchard and Jeffreys, 1785, they were the first people to cross the English Channel by which method of transport?
Balloon.
Yeah, good stuff. Great last answer. Brilliant. Right, so you missed the 8, you missed the 2, and you missed the 9. So 1955 minus 19 is 36. That's no disgrace. That's fantastic. Well done, Colin.
Pretty pathetic, actually.
Nah, you know what it is? It's just that you don't know low culture. You don't know Tom Jones. You don't know Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But you know all the
problem is I have listened to Tom Jones and all the music and so on. The difficulty is I can never remember his songs.
That's fair enough. I mean, like, there's a lot of people who just enjoy the music and don't get into it. There's a lot of people who get like a catalogue brain where they can remember every song and every producer and every word and all that sort of thing. But maybe you just enjoy the music, that's all it is. So 36, that's a good score. It's the lowest score so far, but the other scores we've had so far were exceptionally high, and I expect it to even out. So I think by the end of this, I'm going to try and do one of these every quiz from now until the election. Add up the scores as we go. I'll send you the scoreboard after I do it, which will be just after the quiz. And you'll be on the scoreboard. It's good. It's great that you came on and gave a show in there. Thank you very much, Colin.
No, thanks for having me.
All right. Good luck with your campaign. Well, what's an average campaign? I mean, are you out and about now, or is it COVID? Do you have to do it all from the stone building?
Deliver leaflets and so on, but I can't chap doors and speak to people on the doorstep. Not yet, anyway. And I've got to be a bit careful just now because there's still people shielding and so on. It's all a bit of a strange campaign.
Right. So is it easier or more difficult than usual? It's
easier that in some ways there's less complex things to do and to weave into your campaign, but more difficult in you're trying to get a message across. And how do you get that message across if you can't actually have teams of people chapping doors, speaking to people on their doorsteps? So, it's very strange. I like to speak to people, and just at the moment I can't.
I know what you mean.
Except I've been doing videos and so on social media, but that's all one-sided.
Yeah, I mean, this sort of thing is conversational, but it's never ideal. It's like I've been out at the pub now for a year, and I can't wait to get back in the pub and earn money. This is great. I enjoy doing this, but it's meeting people face to face. That's the thing.
You need people. You need that interchange, the sociability part of it. I mean, like yourself, I've been in a pub once in the last year and a bit, and to go out and have a cold beer with my mates, it seems like it's almost impossible to do now. But I'm looking forward to that opportunity.
I'll send you an invite as soon as the quiz is up and running. All right. Listen, I better go get the other part of the quiz finished. But thanks very much for representing the SNP, Colin. Thank you very much. We'll see you later.
Thanks very much for having me.
Good night.
Good night.
Right, he was good. I'm glad he did well. He got 3 wrong. It's the lowest score so far out of the 3 that have taken it. But the first guy from the Green Party was an actual quizmaster, and the guy last week, Charles from the Lib Dems, was plainly a proper good quiz guy. So for a person who's never heard of Tom Jones, Mr. Beattie did pretty well. Not bad at all. Right. Good job, Colin. Well done, Colin. Good on you, Colin, is what they're saying. Well done, Colin. All right, let's get some games for names going on. Get some more of you on the wheel. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if it goes on too long or it doesn't go long enough, or if there's anything I'm missing. You know what I mean? Let me know, because I'm learning as we go. Right. What are we going to do? Let's play Where Am I? Because I know you like Where Am I. So I've got a couple of these set up. And we'll go straight to Where Am I? So I'm going to show you some Street View. And Where are we? I hope I've turned the labels off. I'm pretty sure I have. Right, okay, where are we? I've invited loads of Tories. They're the sort of least... It's funny, Tory and Labour are the worst at getting back. There was one Tory got back today, and I've not got back to him yet, but I'm hoping to get him for Wednesday. I'm trying all the parties. Right, where we got? Elgin, Bath, Musselburgh, Elgin. No, none of these places is as posh as that. This is probably the poshest bit of this place. Saltaire, Perth, Portobello, St Andrews, Huntly, Bradford, Dundee, Kirkcudbrightshire, Fleetwood, Dalkeith. Nah. What's going on? Bit of a park over there. Looks quite nice. Quite a handy post box. Pitlochry, Hamilton, Aberdeen, Sunderland, Elgin, Paisley, Huntly, Motherwell, Keith, Motherwell. Nope, none of these places. There's some kids. Any clues from them? They look pretty savage, like, you know. Renfrew, Paisley, Cooper, London, Falkirk. I do that. That's a typo I do every single time I type Falkirk. I always type it Falkirk at first. Johnston, Kilmarnock, Helensburgh, Inverness, Salisbury, Greenock. Nice one. Struan Mills experience. It's Greenock. It's the poshest bit of Greenock. The Struan Mills experience. God, imagine living in a stone house that just gets built on every year. What's that? Rottenstall. Where's Rottenstall? Rottenstall. Is that a north of England place? Sounds kind of north of Englandy. Now this is Paisley. Greenock. I think that's Greenock Town Hall down there. Where, funnily enough, I spent an election night once. Yeah, I think it is. Is it? No, maybe not. Or is it? Oh, man. I'm mixed up. Anyway, Greenock, it's got quite a nice bit. Nah, it's not the town hall. Anyway, it's got a nice bit. It's got lots of money bits, and it's got some pretty awful schemes around the outside, or, like, you know, places that are more challenging. Anyway, put it that way. But the kind of West End of Greenock, which this is, it kind of blends into Gourock a bit. Some bloody nice buildings there, you see? What's this? Nelson Street. Right, okay. Well done to Struan Mills experience. Let's get another one on. This time, I'm going to say, don't name the city. I want you to name the river. Name the river. That was the town hall. The town hall's got that kind of thin. It just looked different as to what I remembered it slightly in terms of the frontage. But the tall thing. Let's have a look. Danube, Rhine, Ashby de la Zouch, Mississippi, Tay, Severn, Euphrates, Rhine, the Cam, the Rhone, the Clyde. We have a winner. It's Marion Yangtze. Yay! Didn't even start to look around here. Look, it's the Yangtze in China. Look. It's like Springburn, but like 17 times the size. And this is just a small village in the centre of China. This is a city you've never heard of. That's why I didn't say name the city. It's just some mad wee city. Got a great big daft river. Everyone charging up and down. Chinese people everywhere. Chinese houses everywhere. This looks like a quiet wee corner though. Oh, there's a dog. Chinese dog. It's the Yangtze. Well done, Marion. Who literally doesn't know what day it is, but can identify Chinese river from the other side of the world. Great stuff. Okay. Pure fluke, she's saying. Nah, you know that stuff. It's it's not a water leaf. Okay, let's do one more. We got one more setup. Share screen, Chrome tab. Right, where I need to remember where we are. I can't remember where we are. Oh yeah, I remember. It's kind of comforting when you go to. Someone's taking the dog for a walk. Bill, that's you on the wheel. That's joke of the night. Easy. We're naming the city this time, okay? Falaraki, Phoenix, Morocco, Tulsa, no. Jerusalem, Baghdad, Mesa, Magaluf, Santa Fe, Dubai, Vermont. Vermont? Kidding me? No. Not Istanbul. Let's have a look around. Look, it's quite comforting when you see foreign places and they've got skips, just the same as we do. See? Hands across the ocean. Everyone's the same all over the world. Doesn't matter where you go, there's a skip. Skip number 40. Denver, Jerusalem, Ankara, Beirut, Tangiers. No, none of these places. Let's go on the road a little bit, see if there's any clues. It's pretty hot. Tel Aviv, Muscat, Tehran, Rabat, Mecca, Dubai, Rabat, Tel Aviv, Medina, Riyadh. That's right. That's the right answer. It's Riyadh. In sunny Saudi Arabia. So there's the shops. There's a guy, one guy outside. It's too hot for any more than one guy to come out on the streets at a time. You have to have a permit. So all kind of play. Did you see the connecting theme? It's lack of human rights. Yeah. China, Saudi, Greenock. So Riyadh, well done, Louisa. That puts you on the wheel again. Now you're on at least twice tonight, I think. Maybe 3, or is it just twice? No, it's just twice. What time is it? 3 minutes to 8:30. Great answer. Very good. Well done, Louisa. Right, I'm going to see if I've got any hangman just to fill a couple of moments here. I think I might do. Time to do one little bit of hangman. Or maybe not. Oh yeah, no, we're okay. Right, folks, here we go. It's hangman. Just to finish off, got 2 hangmans. Nah, I'm not ready for Kazula tonight. I'll do it on Wednesday. Promise it on Wednesday. Promise Kazula Palooza on Wednesday. Okay. So let's stop that screen. Let's get hangman on. Hey, I keep forgetting to play my hangman intro, which is a shame because it's actually quite good. You like that? Right, okay, what we got? T-E-B-Y. Okay, let's see. T. Yep. B. No. E. No. Y. No. D for David. Let's have a look. No, there's no D. Whoa, Bill's got it. Top Cat. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. There you go. Top Cat and a stylophone. Don't get out of the quizzes, you know what I mean? Top Cat and a stylophone. It's Top Cat. Yay! Well done, Bill. And I've got time for one more. Let's just get Bill's name on the wheel. Let's close these street views. Bill's the king of the wheel. He's got two entries on the wheel. Okay, right, here's the last one. It's a place. We got K. Let's try K. No. We got an H. Yes. Top Cat. Da-da-da-da-da. Top Cat. Well done, Builder. Saying it was a strangely difficult one. The very, very short ones. Denise looking for an E. Let's have a look. Got an E? Got any E's? Yeah, got an E. It certainly is based on the Phil Silver show. Old Top Cat. Aye, Officer Dibble. Yeah, Officer Dibble. Right, Wilbur's looking for a J. Let's see, we've got a J. And then we've got an F, S. F for Louisa, S for Margaret Ann. Oh, this might be given it to somebody. I think somebody will get it from that. Let's see what we got. North Shields. How could it be possible? Look at the letters. How could it possibly be? Ah, South Shields. Yeah, you're right. South Shields. Right at the death. Nice one. Oh, Cats. Get yourself on the board. Get yourself on the wheel. South Shields. Sped's here tonight. He would have known that. I've not seen him. Look at the battle. North Shields, South Shields, North Shields, South Shields, South Shields. But it was O'Cats who nailed it first. Good stuff. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go to the wheel. Let's see the wheel. I got a new tune on the wheel tonight. I got some prizes. Some serious prizes. There's all the names I've been typing in. And we scroll up here and we find the names on the wheel. And we're going to get spinny. So the first prize tonight is... let me just write this down. Monday 29th. Okay, first prize tonight is a book from Karen's book collection. And I can't remember what book it is. We're going to have to quickly look. It's the medical one, isn't it? Hang on. Yeah. It's Physicians, Plagues and Progress by Alan Chapman. This is from Karen's collection of books, which she's given away one at a time. Gets herself on the wheel every time. Now, let's see. Let's spin this wheel and see what we get. Oh! Rumba! Salsa! Tequila! That's Wilbur. That's Robert.
Robert Jones.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. Where is Old Cats on the wheel? Robert, you've won that. That's you. Old Cats, I apologise. I don't think I typed you on the wheel. I didn't. So, you know what we're going to do, Old Cats? I'm going to put you on the wheel, not just for the rest of the spins tonight, but also I'll put you on Wednesday. All right. As to make up for totally screwing it up. But anyway, Robert has won that one. Robert Jones. Thank you. Right. Nah, not a respin because it came up Robert, and then it'll be unfair if he didn't win something. So that's what I'll do. I'll give Robert the prize. I'll put Old Cats on the wheel, which I've done now, and I'll put Old Cats on the wheel for Wednesday as well. Right? I think that's fair enough. Okay, so second prize is given by Wilbur. This is the CD which is signed by the Creole Choir of Cuba. Tandela con mucho amor. All right. Let's do it. Let's spin the wheel and see who gets Wilbur's CD. Which probably sounds exactly like this. Olé. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Big? I think it is.
Big Horn.
Yeah, Big wins the CD. Wonderful stuff. I'll put a picture on the Facebook later so you can see what you've won, and then Wilbur send it to you with love from Amsterdam. Thank you very much, Wilbur, for doing that, for putting that up. Okay, let's take Big off the wheel. Right, next prize is Quizogeny, which is a feminist pub quiz fanzine. Fighting the patriarchy over 5 rounds. Manifesto, more women in quizzing. You get a issue 5 of their great fanzine, plus you get a badge. So let's see who gets that. Ole! Cantata, Maranga, Banana, Sotana, Biltalio, Cats, Karen, Wilbur, Gary, Louisa, Derek. It's going to be. Hey, it's Derek.
Derek Kylo.
Kylo. It's not Kylo. Your computer rajbag. It's Kilo. Derek Kilo. Right, okay. You've got the Quizogeny. It's a good prize. You'll enjoy it. I'll get that in the post to you very soon. What we got? There's 2 more prizes, which of course is, first of all, a scratch card. £100,000 scratch card. Let's find out who's going to win that. Then we're going to spin for the beer. Okay. Here's the scratchy. Who's getting the scratchy? Who's going to get £100,000 bill? Oh, cats. Karen. Yay.
Karen Duff.
Karen Duff. All right. Nice one, Karen. On the wheel for giving a prize. Thank you very much for all these prizes, by the way. Really appreciate it. Oh, Derek's got a new address. Thanks for mentioning that. Otherwise, I would have just sent that off to the old one. So thanks. I'll just put that in a wee circle there. New address. Okay, last prize. Last prize, top prize in many ways. You know, all the prizes are great, but probably beer from Cross Borders Brewery. Number 1 prize. Who's going to win it? And we might even get to find out if they ship to Holland. Who knows? Here we go. It's for the beer. Last prize night. Thank you to everybody for doing the quiz tonight. Remember, if you thought it was worth a tip, give us a tip. I'll give you the link for that right now. But who's winning the beer? My goodness. It's the one and only.
Wilbur.
It's Mr. Chess Problem himself. It's Wilbur. From Amsterdam. Right, okay, listen, Wilbur, I'll be straight with you. I don't know whether Cross Borders are able to or willing to send beer to the Netherlands. I don't know, but I'm going to ask them. I'll send them an email first thing in the morning and I'll find out. If it turns out that that's not possible, then I'll send you something in the post, okay? Yeah, well done, Wilbur. Thanks very much. So, in fact, let's not remove it. Let's just close you so we get a nice screenshot of that. There we go. Well done, Wilbur. Well done, Wilbur. That's what they're saying. Yay. Will they cross that? I mean, it's called Cross Borders Beer. Exactly. Come on. I'll do my best, Wilbur, right? I'll be in touch with them tomorrow morning. If it's a matter of a few quid difference, I'll tell them that I'll cover it. Okay. But thanks for donating a prize, and I'm glad you came up on the wheel. Well, surely it's possible. Surely it's possible to send a product to. I mean, or is Brexit that bad? I mean, I sent one of my own products last week to Germany, and it wasn't much different. I just had to fill out a little customs form. But then I pretended it was a gift mainly because I'm completely ignorant of what would happen if I said, "Oh, it's a product," and then what is like Jean-Claude Juncker going to come around looking for 10 quid or something? You know, I don't know. But I would imagine a slightly more serious business like Cross Borders are kind of set up and maybe know what they're doing with regards to exports. I don't know. It's that bad. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. Thank you for telling me it's a good quiz. I appreciate those comments. What I appreciate even more is a tip. If you've got a tip, I'm trying to keep my family together. This is the last sort of maybe month or maybe 2 months. I don't know. I've still not quite spoken to the pubs yet. I'm going to speak to them over the next couple of days, see how things are going. The expiry on the beer is only a few days and it has to be kept refrigerated, so I expect not. Listen, whatever happens, Wilbur, you'll get something. I'll make sure you get something, okay? Whether it's from me or from them. But I'll speak to them, right? Safe for a quiz, absolutely. 100% safe for a quiz. Thank you, Bill. Thanks for that joke. The dog going for a walk. That's amazing. It reminds me of the other joke. What do you get a Protestant Chinaman for his Christmas? Get him an orange walk. I'm glad you're saying that, Wilbur, because I'm kind of the same. You know, I don't like beer to be too cold. All that freezing cold beer stuff. Nah. Nice, warm, chewy beer. Oh, you got the Quizogeny, yeah. We'll probably buy the whole series. Yeah, I've had a few sales recently. Great little outfit. As I was saying on a quiz discussion group online, the fact that they exist at all is just good for writers like me, because they're there in the back of your head, and I mean, it's easy as a male person, as a bloke, to write quiz questions that are, you know, man questions kind of thing, if there's such a thing, which I think there is. So just the fact that they're doing that helps me to try and remember, not that I always do, but try and remember to get some balance, you know. Thank you, Jerry. Nice to see you again. Welcome back. Thanks, Janie. Winner of possibly the greatest prize I've ever given away on Friday. The excitement must be building in the Janie house. Smirnoff Ice, Tatty Scones, Tunnocks, and the Party Poppers. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, Quizogeny is really good. I'll put their link in. Go and have a look, folks. They started this, I think, well, over a year ago, because I remember being in the pub. About how history is presented. History is often presented as a series of men doing things, and the women kind of get a wee bit edged out. You know, it's good. 50-50 round. What can you still send to the EU? It's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, like, if you voted for Brexit, then fine, good luck, you know. But I think I was actually annoyed by it for the first time properly the other day. I voted Remain. I thought it was fine, right? The way it was. I lived in Greece for 2 years with I didn't have to fill out a single piece of paper. I just went to live in Greece for a couple of years. That was great. You know, that's the way it should be. Well, from a purely self-interest point of view, that's how it should be. It was good for me at the time anyway. Put it that way. But the thing is, you know, 2016, the vote came and they voted to leave. And it's like, okay. I was never that bothered by it. I was like, oh man, I would have rather we'd remained. I wasn't getting all upset about it. My friend from round the corner, he was really upset about it. He was upset about it for about 2 or 3 years, and then he just ran out of energy. And he became like me. He was like, "Oh well, it is what it is." But then when I went to the post office last week and I sent Denise something, who's in Dublin, and I sent the unrelated thing to Germany, a product that I make, and all I had to do was fill out these 2 little bits of form, like customs forms. I had to say what was in it, you know. I had to say what the value was. I had to say whether it was a sale or a gift. And I'm like, ugh. You know, it only took 2 or 3 minutes. It wasn't a huge imposition by itself, but it just made me annoyed. I'm like, it used to be easy. Now it's more difficult. Nah. Put me in a bad mood. My daughter in Sweden sent 2 suitcases of stuff to Sweden from here in December. Still not arrived. And the old Swedish chef has cooked it. Can I send a beer to somebody in the UK if it doesn't go NL? Yes. Yeah. I'll message you, Wilbert, with the outcome. I'll send an email to Cross Borders in the morning. They should be able to tell me there and then. Then I'll send you a message, and if you want to send it to someone else, then send me their address at that point. Then I'll send it to Cross Borders. Then they'll send the beer to that person. So either way, somebody will get something. You'll get something. Either way, right? I'll make sure. Disney. Okay. Is that a 50-50 request? Disney, Louisa. Just put that on my notes. Yeah, that's fine. Another lot went to Denmark, then eventually got to Sweden in February. God almighty. Is there any political party saying we should rejoin the EU, like as the UK? Probably vote for that. UK got the vaccine right, unlike Europe, so you're probably better off. But it swings and roundabouts, isn't it? And we killed a load more people by being more gung-ho about lockdowns, but now we're saving people faster because we've got some sort of vaccine efficiency. Sound round. Yeah. No, the royalties wouldn't be a problem. It's just standard music round, which means it gets blocked or not blocked. Actually, Disney films, that'd be quite good. SNP. Aye, but like as the UK, I mean, I'm not really fussed about Scotland or UK either, to be honest, anymore. Like, I voted yes in 2014. Yeah. I know the SNP went back in the EU. Their idea is Scotland off the UK, but in the EU. I know that. I just wonder if any of the UK political parties are advocating going back into it. I mean, the closest who were ever to that was the Liberals, the Lib Dems, wasn't it? I think they missed an opportunity in 2017. I think if they because they were coming out with like, oh, we want an advisory second referendum and stuff like that. I think they missed a trick. If they just said right there and then 2017, if they said, no, we're going to stop it, we're just going to stop Brexit, I think they might have got elected if they'd just been more straight and more clear about it. Don't know, just my opinion. The Greens are screwed with this Alba party. I think. Nobody really knows. I suppose I better get somebody from the Alba party on if I'm going to do all these political ones. We were more gung-ho about lockdown. What I meant was less restrictive, you know. Like the lockdown wasn't as hard. People breaking the lockdown here and people were like, it's okay. And we didn't do it very quickly either. As far as I know, it's just what I hear on the radio. I don't really know. Top Cat. Yeah, stylophone, man. I'll leave you with Top Cat, then I'll turn off, right? What happened there is that my playing was perfect, but it was let down by the tech of the stylophone. I don't think she did, though, Lorna. I don't think she did. And that was that not the 2019 one anyway? I'm talking about 2017, that general election, where Corbyn sort of did all right, didn't lose as bad as he thought he was going to lose, so the Labour thought it was a success. I mean, playing it on the piano. Top Cat. And even in 2019, I think the Libs were kind of slightly mealy-mouthed about it. Or they came across that way. Maybe they weren't given the airtime, I don't know. But in 2017, they were saying, we'd like to have a second they wanted a referendum on the final deal. And it's like, what? That's so technical. No one knows what that means. If they just said, we are the only party who want to stop Brexit, then all the Remainers would have voted for him. You're going to, yeah, I'll ask them. Yeah. I don't know if he would. It might be a bit small time for him because he's got like Russia Today to broadcast on and stuff like that, and all his various media empires. I was really glad to get Colin Beattie today. That's good. That's the first MSP that I've actually got. Before I had a Green Party activist, then I had a candidate from the Libs. Now I've got an actual MSP. That's good. Party leader would be good. My Green friend, Jody, is in the Green Party. He says he's going to ask Patrick Harvey to see if he'll do it. That'd be good. Get an actual leader on. Maybe wrong year, but to be fair, but thought she did say that she was going to reverse it without a referendum. Too much political chat. There's a lot. There's going to be loads of that coming up next few months. He was good. He was good. Half a said dibble. It was no politics on Top Cat. It was every cat for himself. Market forces. Top Cat's pretty right wing, you know. I don't like Top Cat. I like the tune. I kind of like the setting. New York alleys, that's pretty good. But I didn't really like Top Cat himself. He is an arsehole. I think I might have the candidate for Cowdenbeath. He got back today on Twitter for it, so I've got to nail him down. I didn't know you got Tories in Cowdenbeath, but I've got one. Found one. So that'll be good. Oh, right, Murray Ross. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Boris got them all mixed up, didn't he? Boris is busy trying to work out how many kids he's got and stuff like that. D. Ross will do anything for publicity. Well, it's kind of, you could, I think most politicians are like that. It's been funny. I've been on Twitter trying to find these people, right? It's quite a good way to get in touch with them. There's quite a lot of Tories who just don't, or they're not even on Twitter. They don't know what it is. They don't know how to use it. Labour have got no idea. The SNP, all their guys have got thousands of followers and kind of know what they're doing. Same with the Libs. They seem to know what they're doing. Labour and Tory seem a little bit more clueless in terms of Twitter. Right, I'm out of here. It is just nearly 9 o'clock, and I'm going to go and put Stella to bed. And I'll see you all later. Thanks very much for doing the quiz. Remember to upload your scores if you haven't already. I'll give you that link one more time just before I say cheerio. Looking forward to seeing tonight's scores. No one else speaking to him, worth a try. What's that? The dross? Yeah. I mean, I'll ask him for sure. I was aiming for politicians round about Edinburgh and Lothians first. I'll go further afield. I've got a Labour guy for Friday. He's an Aberdeen Labour guy. Aberdeen Labour candidate. Aberdeenshire East or something like that. So I don't think he's got a chance. I think he's going to get wiped out. It's all Tory up there. Tory SNP. Aye, yeah. That'd be good. The Kid Creole band or whatever they are. I'll put a poster up. Not Kid Creole. The Creole Choir of Cuba. That's what they're called. Right, I'm out of here, everybody. Thanks very much. That was the link for the scores. And if you thought it was worth a tip, there's my little tip link. Thank you very much. But I'll see you on Wednesday, hopefully. And have a nice couple of days. And I'll see you later. Night. Bye.